To all my brothers and sisters in Christ, good afternoon and a blessed day to all of you. I'm here to share my family journey from Bahrain to Christ Church, New Zealand. I came to Bahrain in late 2000. I thought it is a strict or closed country for other religions other than Muslim, but I was wrong because other religions can also practice their faith in Bahrain, even if it is in a private. Because of this freedom, I heard about Bahrain Christian Fellowship. It is a Filipino congregation that was founded in 1985 and with 300 regular attendees. One of the missions of the church is to train all the members so that they can also train others. And most importantly, when the time comes that a member is leaving Bahrain, he or she can start to minister to our God in the new place where he or she will be going. Brethren, with the guidance and wisdom from our God, I have attended so many trainings in Bahrain Christian Fellowship, and I was involved in different ministries, from transport ministry, greeters and ushers, couples ministry, men's ministry, and part of the church board in our church, deacons, and I was already one of the elders of the church when we left early this year. While my wife is a regular member of a choir, and my son, Jeremiah, is very active in youth ministry. I can say that we are already in a comfort zone, which means in a very peaceful, relaxing, and comfortable situation. Because we are surrounded by so many friends inside and outside of the church. I have a very good position and high salary with my job. But my work is in contractual basis, and it is renewable every 2 years, and that will depend if the company will is still interested with my service. Because of this uncertain future and the continuous demonstration of local Bahrainis by burning vehicle tires in the busy road, and sometimes the police are firing tear gas in front of our vehicles to try to hit directly the other demonstrators on the other sides of the road. We started to think of as a family. We're looking for a place where we can stay safely and securely as we grow older. With this, during our vacation in Australia last December 2012, my sister-in-law, along with her husband, have opened up the discussion if I can go or to try to apply to work in Australia, because I already seen that the place is good to stay. Initially, I resisted because I am no longer interested to apply to migrate in any country, because I tried already twice, and it was in Australia, and the other one is in Canada. But it's so sad to say that both places, my mark was less than the passing. So we did not proceed. But to make this story short, because they are pushing me just to try, I edited my CV and sent it in some companies in Australia and also in New Zealand. And 3 days before we left in Australia, I received 2 phone calls. One, they're asking me to go for an interview in Australia, and the other one is a phone call interview in Christchurch. The Australian employer did not show any positive response, while Christchurch company has shown more interest with my qualifications. And we have a regular communication even we came back already in Bahrain. And in the later part of May or March, I received the job offer that they are interested in my service or to work in their company. With that, we had managed to prepare our documents to apply here in New Zealand. But during the processing of our visa application, our faith was tested by our God. Because after I got my working visa to New Zealand along with the student visa of my son Jeremiah, I submitted my resignation with my employer in Bahrain. While during that time, we are still waiting for the result of my wife's visa. For your information, my wife was operated in her slip disc with bone metal plating to support her fine spinal column. Because of her past operation, her medical result was sent in Wellington, New Zealand to confirm if her health condition is acceptable to get the visa. We waited for the result of her visa for almost a month as I'm completing my 1 month notice of resignation in Bahrain. Every day, we are praying for the visa of my wife, along with our brethren in the church. Because for me, it is difficult to live here in New Zealand along with my son without my wife. One time, I already started talking to God. Lord, did I do the right decision to leave Bahrain without getting first a confirmation that my wife will be getting the visa? And if my wife will not get the visa, for sure, she will go back to the Philippines or she can go to her parents as a tourist in the United States. As I remember, on my last email with New Zealand Immigration Officer, I have mentioned this letter below. Dear Ms. Nada Fayed, how are you today? As the day is getting closer with the result of my wife's application for visa, we are keeping ourselves ready for the result whether it is granted or not. But I still believe that New Zealand is a family-oriented country to make all the residents or citizens to be happy along with their family. What you believe, brethren, on the same day, in the afternoon, I received an email and it says this way, good news, just received the medical assessor comment, your wife medicals have been approved under 24 months working visa that she's allowed to work in any company or in any kind of job here in New Zealand. Praise God po sa bagay na yun. God is an answering God, and I believe that if we give our request and petition to our God, He will give the desire of our heart according to His riches and glory. You know, when I heard about Christchurch, New Zealand for the first time, when it was hit by a strong earthquake that was happened in 2011, and it damaged so many properties, including some landmark, and killed some innocent people of Christchurch. I thought to myself during that time that even the name of the place is a religious one, which is Christchurch. It was not exempted for any natural calamities. Because of this, I kept in my mind that I will not go on that place, which is Christchurch, because of the earthquake that was happening during that time. But for sure, now, all of you will ask why I am here, what I'm doing here, why I have eaten what I have said before. To tell you frankly, the main reason for my job applications is to migrate in Australia. But at the end, God has other plan. And His plan is to bring us here in Christchurch and to serve our God and His vineyard in this place. As the Bible says in Jeremiah 29:11, it says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. I hope that this will serve as an encouragement with other believers. And God bless you all.